everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss and share my thoughts with all of you about what took place on the February 21st, 2025 edition of SmackDown, involving a very weird and bizarre segment between The Rock and WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, and what The Rock's offer could be to Cody Rhodes, and whether or not Cody Rhodes is going to accept The Rock's offer at Elimination Chamber 2025 in Toronto. So, The Rock came out to a massive pop on SmackDown, and this was the first time that we had seen The Rock since Raw Netflix, when he acknowledged Roman Reigns as the tribal chief, and The Rock announced that he was coming to SmackDown and he was going to be calling someone out. He had his sights set on someone. The question was, who was it? But before we got into all that, The Rock announced to everyone that WrestleMania 42 was going to be in New Orleans, which excited everyone, and the whole place went crazy. And after the big announcements and the initial pop, this is where things got a little bit strange. Now, anybody who's a wrestling fan like myself, we all know that The Rock is quite possibly, as far as the modern era is concerned, is without a doubt the greatest talker on the mic. And sometimes that I feel his promo work kind of overshadows his in-ring work. More people know The Rock for his talking, his witty tongue, and his way of words, and the way he's able to captivate the audience and have their attention and keep it in the palm of his hands, which he did do here. But I felt that The Rock didn't really know what he was saying or what he was doing. He was constantly repeating himself. There was a lot of back and forth. There wasn't really much meat to it. And the fans, while they were happy to see him, the fans were a little bit confused as to what was going on here. And The Rock kept switching between being a face and then being a heel. He would say something really cool, which would get a great pop. He would point out to a member of the audience to shut their mouth, which would get an instant negative response. It was just a very strange segment. I felt that The Rock was more or less just phoning it in. He didn't seem quite himself, and this is someone who I've watched for many years. This is someone who's got loads of energy, lots of fire, and he is a promo machine. Now, granted, The Rock is a lot older. Obviously, he's been more of a Hollywood film actor than a WWE wrestler. So I don't expect to see The Rock fully put his WWE hat on like that. I respect that. But I would have thought someone who is a master of cutting promos, this should have been a walk in the park. But I don't know really. The whole segment just felt really bizarre. And I've seen that word get used quite a lot when they talked about this segment. And that's not really a word you would associate with The Rock. Bizarre. Whenever I watch a Rock promo or a segment, I come out there thinking, holy cow, that was dynamite. That was unbelievable. That was fantastic. Yeah, this segment just kind of dragged on a bit, but eventually we got to the main point. We learned who he was calling out. It wasn't Roman Reigns. I thought it was going to be. I thought to myself, well, who else could it be? You know, who else could it be? And it turned out to be Cody Rhodes, who came out to a massive pop. And The Rock pretty much said to Cody Rhodes that we've become good friends. We've had a few drinks together. Our mums are the best of friends now. And Cody Rhodes, like all of us, was like, okay, where is this going? And The Rock eventually got to the point and said, I don't want the WWE title. I want you to be my champion. I want your soul. I'll give you some time to think about it. I will be in Toronto for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Give me an answer. Now, a lot of people have speculated that this is going to be the moment Cody Rhodes finally turns heel. He's going to become the Homelander of WWE. Yeah, I honestly can't see Cody Rhodes turning heel. WWE have invested a lot in him. He is the number one guy in the business. He's the WWE champion. The fans really love him. They have stuck by him through thick and thin since he came back. And, you know, he's not got stale. This is not a John Cena situation where the fans are sick to death of seeing this him on top and they're crying out for a change. I don't see the fans crying out for Cody Rhodes to turn heel. Now, I'm not saying that Cody Rhodes can't turn heel. It probably will happen one day. And, anybody who has followed Cody Rhodes' past career, he is an amazing heel. And he was fantastic in Legacy with Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr. and as dashing Cody Rhodes, which to me, I still say to this day, is his best work ever as a heel. So we've seen it before. It's not like, oh no, we've never seen Cody Rhodes as a heel before. We have. But the idea of Cody Rhodes turning heel and becoming The Rock's corporate champion just kind of screams Attitude Era from 1988 when The Rock sold out, joined Vince McMahon's corporation, and became the corporate champion after he won the WWE title from Mankind in the Deadly Games tournament at Survivor Series 98. This just kind of feels like that to me. Now, obviously, will we see The Rock versus Cody Rhodes? Eventually, I think we will. Maybe at SummerSlam, perhaps. It depends on The Rock's film schedule, whether he's got time to do it or not. Who knows? The Rock is in phenomenal shape, and he showed that he's really serious about having that one more run, as we saw in the WrestleMania 40 build-up. He was a big part of that. He competed in one of the two nights at WrestleMania 40, so he shows that he still cares about wrestling. And he said in an interview that, you know, not everything has to lead to a match. True, but 95% of the time, it does lead to a match. Will we get a match between these two? One day, but not now. Now, in terms of what Cody Rhodes' answer could be at Elimination Chamber, I think Cody Rhodes will say, well, I appreciate that, Rock. You wanting me to be your champion, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to respectfully decline your offer because I'm not your champion. I'm their champion. And I think that's when The Rock will turn nasty and completely turn on Cody Rhodes and essentially spit in his face and say, I gave you everything. This is how you repay me. And brutally attacks him. I see Cody Rhodes saying no to The Rock's offer. Of course, this could lead to another possibility. Someone could come out, perhaps. You never know. But the very fact that we're going to have Cody Rhodes, the WWE Champion, at Elimination Chamber, and The Rock has guaranteed he will be there. So this makes the pay-per-view definitely well worth checking out. It looks like a good card. The men's and the women's Elimination Chamber matches look like they're going to be really good. And obviously, this one could close the show, The Rock and Cody Rhodes. There is a strong possibility because one thing I do know about The Rock, if he's involved in the show, it's closing it out. He's closing the show. There's no question. I don't see The Rock being second to last. He's going to close the show. That's just the way it is. He's the big name. I expect this to close out the show with Cody Rhodes saying no to The Rock's offer. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What do you guys think? Do you think Cody Rhodes will accept The Rock's offer? Do you think there is a possibility that Cody Rhodes could turn heel, or do you think Cody Rhodes will turn down The Rock's offer? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.